So peoples, how's it going? I'm Shooter609, but you can just call me Shooter. I wanted to make this quick video because I've noticed a lot more newbies recently, and I thought it'd be nice to share a build that's my personal favourite when farming, especially in Countdown. But first, let me show you a couple things the build that I call the Countdown King can do. So yeah, as you just saw, the build's a beast. You can 1v hunters, tank NPCs, and even heal your teammates. So let's have a quick look at the build. This build is a headshot Heartbreaker build using the AZS, the St. Elmo's, an improvised piece, and a chill out mask. I'm going to show you some proper gameplay and then we can break down this build so I can really show you what makes it so special. I think I've shown you enough, so let's break down the build. As mentioned earlier, this is a Heartbreaker headshot build. First off, let me explain the Heartbreaker set for those who don't know. The Heartbreaker comes with assault rifle damage, LMG damage, weapon handling, but for 4 pieces. Your headshots will apply pulse for 5 seconds, weapon hits on pulsed enemies at a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1% damage to pulsed enemies up to a max stack of 50. But with the chest piece, it increases the max stacks from 50 to 100, so now you're on 100% bonus armor and 100% weapon damage to any enemies that you have pulsed. With the backpack increases the total bonus armor gained from 1% to 2%, so now when you're at max stacks, you're at 300% bonus armor. So right now I'm at 1.5 mil, and when I full stacks, I will be at 4.5 million armor, which is a lot. On my build, I use headshot. You'll notice on all the pieces I have headshot damage. This is because with crit, because there's no crit on the actual set, it's really hard to get critical hit chance and critical hit damage to be high enough to really feel like you're doing damage. So I went for headshot and just relied on my aiming and just focus firing with teammates and making sure that out of there by hitting them in the head instead. You can use a crit if that's what you prefer, but for me personally, I choose headshot. To complement the build, I'm using an ACS. I chose the ACS over the rock and roll because this allows you to put a talent on the bottom. Instead of the extra ammo, I thought flatline giving me the extra boosts of damage while I'm building my stacks would just help. For my primary weapon, I'm using the St. Elmo's. This is because the set has AR damage on it and it gives it an extra bonus, but on top of that, when you hit an enemy with 100 stacks, your next magazine will be filled with shock ammo, and this can help just fighting those tankier NPCs and especially the hunters, because it can stop them from rushing you and then just focusing you, because no matter what, hunters still hurt. For my sidearm, I'm using a D50. What makes this D50 special is the talent. The talent on it is Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer, when you hit them with a grenade, it marks them and you will do 30% more damage and debuff their movement speed by 20%. This can really help when you're fighting heavies. It can really help when you're fighting hunters because it slows them down, but it makes them really, really weak when everybody's firing at them, and all you've got to do is just hit them with one grenade. And to do this, I use the fire grenade because this can create a pool of fire on the ground, and any NPCs that might run through it will also get hit by the sledgehammer. For the skills, they're rotational, but I mainly use the riot foam. This is to just get them stuck in the ground so I can build those stacks easier so my armor and my damage is up at the beginning of a fight so I don't accidentally miss. It's just to help out really. And then the other skill is the scanner pulse. This is because there are some enemies like the dogs and Johnny Fives, anything that's not actually like a person doesn't have a head, you can't do headshot damage to. So I use the pulse, which just helps me get that extra bit of damage on them and just really build up my stack so I'm at least hurting them. After the main objective is complete, I usually swap out my pulse for a revive hive. This is because the pulse is not really usable towards the end because you just put pulse in normal NPCs and there are no enemies that don't have heads that you can't shoot. So I just usually rely on the foam and have the hive there just as a second backup because there are a lot of NPCs and if you get focused, especially by the hunters, you can still go down. No build is immune to it. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. So having the revive hive as that extra little bit of insurance just really helps out. Now, you may still be wondering what makes this build so special. That is the mods. You'll notice that they're blue. In each of my mod slots, I have protection from elites. What this does is nerf the incoming damage from elites. So that's the hunters, the heavies, any enemy that usually you'd really struggle with is nerfed to the ground. And on this build, I have 5 separate mod slots, that's 60%. But on top of the medkit that allows you to heal teammates, there's one thing that people overlook about the crossbows is the extra protection from elites, which puts you on about 70% for protection from elites on this build, which is a lot. Now on this build, I use the Chill Out Mask. The Chill Out Mask is a named mask that I'm pretty sure is still a exclusive from the Loot Goblin, but this mask allows you to put 2 mods into the mask, which really helps when getting that extra protection from elites. You don't have to have the Chill Out Mask, but it's really helpful. Other alternatives I would suggest are the Catharsis Mask to get the extra bit of damage when enemies are shooting you and a heal when you reach max stacks, or maybe the Curative Mask because the extra little bit of crit when you're shooting the enemies can help out and just give you the extra bit of damage boost you need. But really, pick whatever suits your build. Now for the knees, I crafted an improvised piece. I don't get a brand set bonus from an improvised. Everybody can craft an improvised. But I do get a mod slot on the knees, which no other piece has. And that, again, like the Chill Out Mask, lets me get that extra bit of protection from elites just to make sure that the damage is nerfed. So yeah, that's the build. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell because I plan on making more content like this in the future.